Hi, everybody. Welcome to Friday Happy Talks on YouTube and on Patreon. And today's Happy Talk is about living closer to Spirit, which would mean, so this is the conundrum here. We're not talking on a religious term. None of this is religious at all. This is spiritual, and this is coming back into essence of being. So when we are living in our regular day-to-day life, which most of us have a day-to-day life where we are busy. We are working our regular day-to-day jobs. We've gone through school. We've been programmed into our regular life, society. So we have learned the things you should learn in school. You have learned the things you should learn in society, so that you're able to pay your bills on time and to have a place to live and maybe meet a partner and go through school and learn the things about history that whoever wants you to learn. And when we talk in spirit, when we talk in energy, we talk in Earth Mother, it's about coming back into your original essence, who you are before all of this programming came in. And it's not that all of it is wrong. It's not that the programming is wrong in itself. It is that we are distracted from who we truly are in our hearts. So when it comes to getting closer to your heart, see, most of us live in this world of make-believe. We live in a world of facades, of outsides, of looking good on a selfie, on, if other people think I'm doing great, I'm doing great. But when we come into heart, into spirit, that's where the truth lives. And in your heart, you're always doing great. There may be problems on the outside. There might be trickiness on the outside. But in your heart, you are always doing great. And when we are able to, so living closer to spirit would be meditate in the morning, meditate at night. When you walk out the door and you look up at the sky, you give thanks just for that breath of life. See, we are alive because of the energy of the universe. You and I are here because we are an expression of the consciousness itself. And human beings, we have this in-between balancing act where we are both animals and spiritual beings. And we are learning how to live in our spirituality instead of only our whatever that would be, that word, animal nature. And the thing is, the animal nature in itself is beautiful. It's free, it's flowing, But the way it's turned into in our world is we're living from our lower nature almost all the time. We're living in short-term satisfaction. We're living in, if that person likes me, then I'm good. If this happens, then I'm good. We're not living from spirit. And living from spirit is living in knowingness that all is good all the time. So what that means is we're getting into this moment, this now, and into our hearts. And in our hearts, you'll find your truth. And as you can find your truth, you're also able to discern, which means to make out when something is of a positive nature or a negative nature. Of this is a path you're supposed to go down or not. And you're able to do that with what they call discernment. If that's when you can make out if this is good or bad for you, when you can use your own inner compass, inner meter that's going to show you if this is something healthy for you or something unhealthy. And that's intuition, right? So getting closer to spirit means living in heart and from heart. And when you can do that, when you can and it's not a big shift. It doesn't mean that you have to shift your whole life. That may happen by itself over time. But what it does mean is that you will start to shift into, oh, look at those flowers. Look at that tree right there. It's alive, just like I am alive. And it's breathing the same oxygen that I'm breathing, the same energy, life energy, that I am sucking into my lungs, that then goes into all the cells of my body, keeping them alive. And as we align with that, we turn much healthier. And we recognize and realize that we don't need everybody's approval to be doing well. We don't need anybody's love to feel the self-love that's already in your heart. See, when you can live from heart, from yourself, you're going to move away from needing others' approval into needing your own approval and your own self-love. And that way we can shed the outer world and move into spirit. When you move into spirit, you start spreading that spirit around you. And you both start to vibrate on a different level, so you begin to both see other people in your life that you didn't notice before, or new people come into your life who are of a healthier variety. And then we start to slowly shed the people in our lives who don't want spirit in their lives. And it's not about, again, not religious. It is about aligning with the energy of the earth, of Earth Mother herself. And when we can do that, we can live in freedom. And that freedom comes from your heart. So, when you move into spirit, everything around you, everyone around you starts to shift. And they end up having a chance to live in spirit too. And this is how we begin to spread that message of who you really are in your heart. In your heart, you are already a beautiful, wonderful human being, moving into this world from your lower nature into your higher nature. And, some people say we shouldn't talk about lower and higher nature. And of course, we can call it whatever we want. We can call it that we are being selfish and want something, desire something all the time. And when we live from that energy of like, I need and I want this or that, we keep pushing that away from us. We keep not living in that flow. But when we move into heart and we understand that we are it here now, you are it here and now. When you recognize that and you realize that, you begin to attract things into your life. Instead of you being the chaser, you begin to attract better circumstances into your life. So you're happier and healthier. Because the energy of the world wants you to do better in your life, wants you to do well, good, great in your life. Anyway, so I wish for everyone to find their way into their hearts, to be able to put down your mind long enough to feel the peace that's in your heart, to be able to stop the noise long enough, put the phone away long enough so you may find your peace in your heart. Happy Friday to everybody. Many blessings. Lots of love.